Hi, I'm Suzina and I'm going to take you through an upper body weight training workout. Now this can be done seated, you can do it standing as well, but you can do it seated. So it's ideal for anybody that has balance issues or is using a wheelchair. So it's important we get the circulation going first. So we're going to start with a simple march. Now I'm going to do quite a brief warm up, but you can spend a lot longer warming up each time you do this workout. Now if you can't get the legs marching, you could just swing the arms. If you can do both, then do both together. So we're swinging from the shoulders. Now warm-ups don't need to be complicated, they just need to raise the heart rate. It's just getting our circulation going, warming the muscles and preparing them for the exercises. So we'll just get the arms going with a little clap up each side, just getting into a reach. If you can tap the feet at the same time, then tap the feet. If you could just do the arms, just do the arms. So a little reach across, a little bit higher on each one, just to warm up your sides. Now, the purpose of this workout is to get your muscles stronger and more toned. Then clap it low. So a little twist to the body, get the trunk of the body into it. Now we want to pull the belly button towards the spine a wee bit. If we do that 100%, we're going to be exhausted. So you're going to pull it in about 30% of your maximum, just to protect your back, but not to exhaust us. So let's go high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. Once more, get that coordination going. Okay, we're just going to loosen up our joints. So sitting nice and tall, chin is parallel to the floor. We're just going to do a few little gentle head turns side to side. You don't need to do them quickly, but as long as it's not hurting, go a little bit further on each one. Obviously, if you've got any pain, stop immediately. It's just to loosen up the vertebrae in the neck and to the centre. Now the next one, chin stays parallel to the floor and we tuck the chin backward and forward. It's not a very pretty one, it does give you a double chin, I'm afraid. I'm going to do it sideways just so you can see the position of my head. So I'm not dropping or lifting, it's tucking it back. So if you use your finger, it's as if you're pushing the chin back. So keep that chin tucked and then shoulders roll backwards. So from the side you can see we go forward, up, back and down, forward, up, back and down. Still with good posture, still pulling our belly button towards our spine. Okay, then we're going to put our hands on our lower back and have a little arch of the back. Just a little arch of the back. So we're not leaning back, we're arching the back to get rid of any tension. And then up nice and tall, side to side. So you can do all of these exercises in standing if you want to. Keep the bottom firmly on the chair, or if you're standing, keep the weight equal in each foot. And then a trunk twist, up nice and tall, arms across the chest, and a little twist side to side. So all we're doing is mobilising our joints. Once more to each side, to the centre. Okay, just a brief march or arm swing. Trying to get the arm swings a little bit bigger this time. And then we'll go into doing our strength work. So, I've got some proper weights. If you haven't got proper dumbbells, you can use just some tin cans or some filled plastic bottles. Obviously don't use glass just in case you were to drop them. But have some containers that you can use. Make sure you've got the weight on the same weight, on each side as well. Okay, we're going to start with an exercise called a shrug. It's a nice simple exercise, but it's very effective for working our trapezius. This muscle up here, between sort of our neck and our shoulders, you'll be feeling it. So take hold of your weights. Now it's always best to sit at the front third of the chair if you can, because we're free to move. If you really have to, sit back, or even just get a cushion, pop a cushion on the chair behind you, just to help you sit forward a wee bit. but you're freer to move if you're sitting forward. So arms by our side, chin parallel to the floor, and we're just going to shrug the shoulders up and down 10 times. 2, 3, all the way up and all the way down. We're halfway there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to do 10 of everything. But as you get stronger, build it up to doing 15. Once you can do 15, put your weight up a wee bit and go back down to doing 10. Now we're going to do a side bend. This works our waist. You only need one weight, so you can put one on the back of your chair out of the way. Holding your weight in your right hand, imagine you're between 2 panes of glass. You can't go forwards or backwards, but we're going to lean down to the right and up. Down to the right and up. Now my bottom's firmly on the chair, or if you're standing, the weight's equal both through both of your feet. And there's no forward or backward flexion. Okay, we're going to do 5 more. Keep the tummy pulled in. 4, keep the eyes looking straight ahead. 3, 2, and 1. Obviously, if you're doing that on a wheelchair, make sure your arm's on the outside of your wheelchair so you're not catching your eye. You may need to move your bottom a little bit further across on the seat. So up nice and tall. 10, 9. Keep breathing nice and evenly and keeping the tummy pulled in. 7. So you get a nice stretch in the waist. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice stretch and up. Okay, make sure you're sitting equal distance on the chair. You're not to one side. Holding the weights up, you'll need both this time. Palms are forward, open up the chest. It's like that don't shoot position. Now I'm going to press both up overhead and let them touch together and back down. Or you can alternate your arms, do one and then the other. Especially if you've got high blood pressure or any heart condition, you may want to press one at a time so it's not as stressful on the heart. So pressing them up, the weight needs to go directly above your head and back down so they stay just above the shoulders, still into that don't shoot position. 3, 4, making sure you're not arching your back as you take it overhead. 6, if your shoulders get too tight, you may need to do a few repetitions without the weight. Now 2 more. Last one, up, slowly down, then bring it round to the front, lower it down. Okay, our next one is a hammer curl. It works our bicep, the front of the upper arm. It's called a hammer curl because you're holding it as though you were hammering. Now we're not doing it as vigorously as that. So sit forward on the chair so you can get your hands down by your side. Tuck the elbows in at your side and then curl up. Squeeze your biceps and bring it all the way down. Get a nice stretch. Curl up, squeeze the biceps and down. Now my elbow stays super glued to my side. Imagine you've put a £50 note under your arm. You don't want it to blow away in the wind. Keep that arm stuck to your side. Don't lose that £50 note. All the way down, get the stretch. We're halfway there, so 5 more. Slowly down. 4. If it's too easy for you, do a few more repetitions, but just never rush them. It's always slow and controlled. Now 2 more. All the way up, don't let the elbows travel. All the way down. Now 1 more, but we're going to pause halfway down on this one. So we get to 90 degrees and hold it. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring it all the way down till the arm's stretching. Now we're going to do the back of the arms, the triceps. You can do this either with 2 arms up and you bend the elbow back and up. I'll just twist sideways so you can see what it looks like. But you've got to keep the elbows up. If they're dropping to the side, then I'd recommend you do them one at a time and wedge the arm to your head to keep it there. So we're going to do 10 of those. So arms up, keep your arms close to your ears, bend it back, and all the way up. Lock the elbows, don't jar them, but straighten them. 2, this is getting our triceps or our bingo wings. 3, making sure you're not arching your back. 4, are you still breathing evenly? 5, 6, nice and controlled, keep those elbows close together. 2 more. Keep those elbows up and bring it down. So let's say if you found that difficult to keep it up there, use your hand, do one side and then do the other side after. So we're going to do the shoulders next, specifically the side of the shoulder. So this is called a lateral raise. We're lifting the weight laterally. We want a slight bend in our elbow for this. So sitting forward on the chair, arms by our side. Make sure your knees are over your ankles so you can't slip forward off of the chair. Lift it out with control just to shoulder height. You'll notice my elbow's slightly bent and then bring it slowly down. So you've got to make sure you're not flinging the weight up and just letting it drop down. It's all about the control. This is our third one. Palms towards the floor at the top. Palms together when you bring it down. Slow and controlled. And if you're finding it too much, bend the elbows a little bit more. It makes it a shorter lever and it makes it easier to lift. But we're lifting from the shoulders. This is our last 2 now. So up, hold it there. 5, 4, wrist nice and straight. 2, 1, bring it slowly down. Brilliant. We're going back to biceps again, but this time palm forward, so our bicep curl. Elbows tucked in as they were before, and we curl up. Keep those elbows by the sides. Bring it all the way down. Don't forget to get that stretch, get that full range of movement. So curl up, squeeze the bicep like showing off how big your biceps are, and then bring it slowly down. 3, 4, 5, 6, really squeeze the arms. 7, 8, should be starting to feel it by now, last 2. And all the way down. Slowly, 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 to get a nice stretch. Brilliant. Okay, we're going to do the back of the shoulder now. So you'll need to lean forwards for this. It doesn't mean slouch forward, it's a controlled lean forward. So our tummy is in and we lean from our hip. The weights hang down. You've got to be far enough forward that you feel this into the back of the shoulder. So we lift it up just to shoulder height, no higher and no flinging. Remember, it's controlled. Eyes looking towards the floor because we don't want to put any pressure on our neck. So make sure you're not looking at the screen, you're not looking at the monitor. You're looking towards the floor as you do this. So slow and controlled, slight bend in the elbow. Okay, we're halfway there. If you throw the weight, you're more likely to hurt your shoulder. Make sure you're leaning forwards. Last one. Just hold it briefly at the top, wrist nice and straight. Bring it down really, really slowly. slowly, slowly, slowly. Now engage your stomach muscles as you come up, keeping your back nice and straight as you're doing it. Brilliant. Now we're going to finish with a forearm exercise. So we're working from the elbow to the wrist. So there's two ways you could do this. You can either hold your arms straight out and keep the arm parallel to the floor. The palm is up and we're just curling up from the wrist. If you find that difficult to keep your arms there, you can lean forwards with a nice straight back, let your wrists hang over your knees and curl up and down. You'll notice my forearms are not leaving my legs. I'm only curling the wrists, I'm not moving from the elbow. So let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Brilliant. Now we're going to do it with the palms downwards. Same thing, either arms parallel to the floor or leaning on your legs. And then just curl the wrists up and down. 2, 3. If you look at your forearms, you should see those muscles working. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Brilliant. Pop your weights to one side and we'll have a little stretch out. So I'm going to stay side on so that you can see them at the front of the chair. Reach the hands back, lean forwards, open up the chest. So eyes looking straight ahead. Now if you've got osteoporosis, keep it there. If you haven't, you can squeeze the shoulder blades together a little bit more to really open up across the chest and the shoulders. So take some nice deep breaths as it opens up the chest. One more deep breath. Now ease out of it, always ease into and out of your stretches. Then we're going to put the right hand on the right shoulder. Support it with the other hand. So our fingers are walking down our back. You're aiming to get the elbow facing up towards the ceiling. If you're quite flexible, you could take it from above and push it down a bit more, as long as it's not hurting your shoulder. But you do need quite flexible shoulders to hold it from above. So it should be stretching from the elbow downwards. Now we're going to bring the waist into it. So the hand that's holding it goes onto the side of the chair. Reach the arm up. Make sure your bottom stays firmly on the chair and reach up and slightly across. It's pulling from the lats just behind your armpit there, down your side, right the way down to your hip. Now ease yourself back up. If you need to support it, you bring it down. Sometimes your shoulder's a bit achy. You need to support it. Give it a little shake out, get the circulation back to your fingers. Then hand on the other side. Fingers walking down your back. So support it from in front or from above. Get a nice stretch down the back of the arm. We don't stretch our triceps out enough. We don't exercise them enough. Full stop. So really important to get those muscles working and to get them stretched. Now hold the chair, reach up and slightly across. Stretching we can do every day. We should do every day to keep us supple, but always make sure you're nice and warm before you stretch. Now ease out of it. If you need to, hold it to bring it down. Then interlock your fingers, reach forward, pull on the fingers but don't let the hands come apart. So you're stretching across your upper back. So you're widening the elbows. Feel the stretch across here. Right across the upper back. We carry lots of tension in our shoulders and traps and upper back, so really important to stretch them out. But make sure you're breathing nice and evenly, never hold your breath. Then ease out of that. Now take your right arm forward, reach across like you're in the car reaching for the seatbelt. You can't quite reach it, so the other hand comes in just above your elbow. Pause it across to stretch the shoulder. So it shouldn't hurt, but you should get a nice stretch across the shoulder. We've done quite a few shoulder exercises there today. So make sure you loosen them up afterwards. Okay, ease out of it. Then take the other arm out. So you've got your left arm out, reach for the seatbelt, can't reach. Hold it above the elbow, pull it across gently. So you're not forcing it, you're just partly supporting it, partly giving it extra stretch. And bring it round to the centre, bring it down. Give it a little shake if you need to, get the circulation back to the fingers. Brilliant, so you've done a good upper body workout there. So if you can do that 3 or 4 times a week, if you find it easy enough, do 15 repetitions instead of 10. If you still find it easy, maybe go for a heavier weight or even repeat it. Do all of those exercises twice. So you've got lots of options there to keep progressing. Good luck. Do let me know how you get on with it, won't you?